Hey yo, what's going on, y'all? What's going on? Just kind of setting up shop, mapping out the day. Hope y'all are good. Feeling good. No real concrete agenda for the day. In the description, I don't know if you saw. I'm just saying I'm trying to do a little bit of everything today. Happy Friday to you. Happy Friday to you. All right. All right. If anybody's watching this and they use call tools or any other dialer that's made the shift to automatically suppress the federal DNC list, let me know how you intend on, or if you've already kind of figured a workaround. I guess I already know the options, but I'm curious to know how people are kind of navigating that with the federal DNC. So again, if you're watching this and you use call tools, and I guess I'll give um, a little bit more within the dialer set. Within the dialer settings, it used to allow you to check or uncheck whether or not you did or did not want to call numbers that were registered to the federal DNC list, the do not call list. If you're unfamiliar, you can just, if people who get like hundreds of spam calls a day, they can go register their phone number on the federal do not call list. It doesn't prevent people from dialing your number if they have it, but it does, I guess, protect you in a way. I think that's where lawsuits come about, like TCPA violations and whatnot. And you hear the horror stories of people suing people for telecommunication, calling them when they're on the DNC list. That's what kind of gives the lawsuit merit, if I'm not mistaken. But again, it doesn't prevent people. It doesn't like hide your number. If people have your number, they can still call you. And that's kind of the approach that call tools used to take. Again, it used to give you the option to call through those still or not if you wanted to remain compliant. But now it's automatic. They automatically have it checked, and it does not allow you the option to uncheck it. So it's automatically suppressing um, all of the federal DNC numbers, which is a majority of them. Um, like it's a lot. It's a lot of the numbers. Granted, a lot of the numbers you never really got a hold of them anyways. You know what I mean? Like if you put in like 100 properties, three numbers each property, 300 numbers, you're probably still only getting a hold of like 20 people. You know what I mean? So, uh, 20 of the correct people, at least, like out of 100 properties, still only talking to anywhere between like 10 to 20 of the property owners. Uh, God, this lighting is bugging me out. I can only imagine for somebody watching it. Shit's bothering me. And then this chair's squeaky as all hell. So, anyways, it's clear that this has kind of been coming down the pipeline for a while. Last year, about last year, SMS was taking a similar approach. They were requiring you to like register your numbers or stuff like that. I mean, and still, I think some dialers require you to do that as well. But curious to know, I just am throwing that out there because it's something that we're dealing with now with call tools. That's the dialer we have. Just curious to know how people are navigating that. If you feel like you have a workaround, you figure something out, or if you just know that it's like, no, you it's a done deal. I'd appreciate your opinion. I'm curious to know how people are treating this. Are they treating it like something that can be resolved? Is there a workaround, or are people kind of looking at this like, yeah, this is just kind of the new status quo and something that you got to deal with, which would make sense, like, okay, if I'm only talking to like a quarter of the amount of people that I used to talk to, well, that just means that we got to buy 4 times as much data, um, which still would, I think, keep the business model profitable. It's just the margins are going to become a little bit slimmer, and maybe it's something where, you know what I mean. Whereas, like, if cold calling was the marketing channel and it cost you a couple $1,000s to get a deal, the cost per deal in that marketing channel, maybe it's like closer to like 5 or 6 thousand. Something to just, again, maybe be cognizant of, aware of when negotiating your margins, to know that, okay, well, now that this is implemented, uh, we got to start negotiating larger spreads because the cost per deal has increased. But anyways, appreciate appreciate the few folks in here right now. Do me a favor, before you leave, hit that like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Derek. For those who don't know me, I'm located in San Francisco Bay Area out here in California, virtually wholesaling out in Houston, Texas. So if you are out in Houston, making it shake in real estate in person, or if you're somebody like me who is um, out of state, but your market is Houston or the surrounding areas, uh, tap in. Let me know how I may be able to be of service, how I can add value to what it is that you got going on. Love to connect with you. But for now, what I'm going to do, pull up the dialer, and I'm going to test these caller IDs with Jared. Just to start the day off right, make sure that we at least have a bunch of fresh IDs in there. Right now, we got 16 IDs. And start. And how we do this, we just call one another on our personal phones from the dialer. Oops. And it will cycle through the caller IDs that we have in there. And then we just let each other know, like, yeah, that one's popping up as spam, or, that one's good. And what we realized a while back, CDL type, do you go after sale by owners? I don't personally. I don't. I'm just strictly off market. So on a few occasions, we have my partner Jared, who's in Houston physically. On a few occasions, he's come across some people who have some like signs in the yard, stuff like that. But I'm not actively like scanning Zillow or Redfin for FISBOs for sale by owners. I'm kind of strictly off market. We call through vacants, um, pre foreclosures, inherited, driving for dollars. If we have a list built, it's not something. It was kind of my bread and butter back when I started, and I want to start getting kind of going back to my roots there. Code violations. I have it right in front of me. I might as well read it off to you. Liens, vacant, driving for dollars, code violations, a ban. Oh, that's for my dialer. Pre foreclosures, inherited, and land. And then we just try to do our best to manage the data within the dialer as efficiently as possible. So we recycle some data, and then yeah, we recycle some data so that, if it's been 3 months and we still haven't called them, or we still haven't gotten a hold of them, we'll call again. Or for the people who, something that I want to get into shortly here, because it's been a while, is call through the people who we have connected with, but maybe like 6 months out. Because just because they said no at one point doesn't mean that they're not interested right now. Like, at a later date. All right. First ID, good. Second ID, good. Third ID, good. That's what we like to see. Number 4, good. CDL type. I have a FISBO under contract at the moment. The owner took off market until I close. I find I was wasting money buying data. Half the leads on the DNC list, other half get too many calls and a lot of wrong numbers. Wasting money buying data. Half the leads on the DNC list. So that was something that I was just mentioning. I'm curious to know if were you previously not calling the ones on the DNC list, and that's why you felt like you're wasting money, or is it because of the recent change? Because recently, I was just mentioning this. I don't know if you were on here, CDO, call tools, and I don't know if any other dialers. I'd imagine if the other dialers haven't already implemented this, they will soon. They have automatically suppressed the DNC list, so now you don't even have the option to call through. Whereas before, call tools allowed you the option to call through still through the DNC list, and we would. Um, so. See. Good. That's what's up, though. Got someone under contract. But yeah, I mean, that's why I'd also be curious to know how much you're calling through, because that's just the name of the game, right? It's gonna be a lot of wrong numbers. Um, I think like our KPI statistic wise is for every one person that we get on the phone with, um, that's the right number. We're gonna talk to 4 times as many wrong numbers. So if we're able to get 10 contacts in an hour, more than likely we're going to be talking to 40 people, 40 wrong numbers within that same hour. So we'll get 50 people on the phone, only 10 of them are the right number. It's kind of how I see the stats there. Have get too many, and that again, the too many calls thing, that's going to be the name of the game too. I was buying data from GeoPoint and Batch. Other yeah, for sure. For sure. Yeah. And that's what I'm kind of getting at, name of the game. GeoPoint, I bought a few lists from GeoPoint back in the day. I'm curious if the once I start doing it at scale, curious to know the quality of the list there. I've closed 3 deals, all FISBO listed more than 100 days. Oh, okay, that's what's up. What market are you in, CDO? I know you've tapped in here before. The name. I know I took a pretty long hiatus here, so I apologize if. All right, let me hop in here. Caller IDs, caller ID groups. 1272, good. 3312, good. 5803, good. 3291, good. 3126, good. 7576, bad. 7576. Delete the 7576 if I can find it. 7576. Delete This one was bought back in November, so it did us 3,300 total calls. Farewell, 7576. Oops. Oh, come on. That's dope though. CDL, 3 deals closed, Fizbos for sale by owners. That's pretty solid. See, and that's funny because I feel like I would have some type of, reservation entering into those type of phone conversations, knowing that their heads are probably in the clouds. You know what I mean? So it's interesting to me that you kind of took that approach. I'm curious to know as well because I've never even had conversations with anybody who listed themselves for sale by owner. Curious to know kind of how those conversations unfold. Are they confrontational? Are they? I feel. I don't know. I guess you know what I mean. My preconceived notion is that they would be kind of stubborn and like, yeah, I have it listed here because that's where I want it listed and that's what I'm gonna get. Yada yada yada. Another spam. Okay, that one's good. Let's see what's up with the spam. All right, 3289 is good. 4029 spam. 5756 good. 3238 good. Which one? 4029 also did us good. Bought it back in October. 4,500 total calls. Thank you, 4029. All right. Three zero six good. 7 was good. 5667 good. 5826 good. All right, one last one to test. Now, I work all throughout the USA. I have a really strong buyers list. I'm getting seller to allow me the option to buy their property for a duration of time, and then I go transactional funding to get to close, double close. Okay. Physicals are easier because they are letting me do all the work on the due diligence, and I tell them I get compensated from my buyer, so they save money. And when the property is listed over 100 days, they're more motivated to drop it at least 20 to 30. Yeah, I feel that. Interesting. So you're straight, kind of divulging that you are intending on quickly flipping it. Because you're double closing, so you're not going out of your way to let them know that you're like assigning it, or I'm sure you've developed some type of way to kind of pitch that to them. Have you gotten any pushback from sellers on that? I know it's kind of like a fear-based mentality that because I've done that before in the past. Like, to be honest, what you're asking is pretty tight for us, but I do think I may have some people in my network that might be interested if you're willing to, give us the option. And that's interesting too. That are you using an option agreement, or are you using a purchase and sale agreement to lock it up? Um, yeah, being honest has got me far, and most sellers are investors with LLCs. Okay, interesting. Interesting. All right, that one is good. How many calls today? All right, and then I wanted to test this one. I'd assume this one's spam, though. I think it got accidentally left in there. Oh, it's good. Interesting. All right. Cool. All right. Alrighty, groups, edits, put all of them. Oh wait, let me make sure that I deleted all the ones that need to be deleted. Just two of them, wasn't it? Yeah, one, two of them. Pretty sure I've deleted them. 4029 is gone, and 7576 is out of there. All right. Well, 14 solid IDs. Yes, I use the option. I use the option and purchase and sell. My pitch is that I'm working with a few developers who may be interested, and if they gave me an option to buy, I can have my developer assume my interest, or I can buy myself using private funding. Okay. Speak. Double, double speak. It's like that's what wholesalers are great at. Double speak. It's like because you're telling the truth. That's what I'm trying to get at. Is like you're telling the truth, but I don't know. I'm gonna butcher the meaning behind double speak. Look it up. You'll know what I'm saying. It's like when I refer to my funding partners. You know what I mean? And that's typically what they are. They're my partners that fund the deal. Or when I refer to getting them a cash offer, like that's what it is. It's a cash offer. Uh, and yeah, I'm just not going out of my way to over explain to them how it is that I'm going to get paid like you do, CDL, but at the same rate, you're not lying to them. You're being honest. And but at the same time, you know what I mean? You're saying you know developers assume my interest. Well, that you are straight telling them. That's interesting. buy it using private funding, transactional funding. But based on what you've said so far, it doesn't sound like you're actually taking them down yourself long term. You're taking them down and then double closing, taking title to the property for a minute or two before then selling it to your cash buyer. Literally, I'm just being honest. My lender allows me to buy proof of funds from him up to 1.5, so no need to lie. Yeah. And that's your lender. That's your lender who you're using transactional funding for. I'm just curious. I'm only assuming that you're not actually taking properties down long term, but I could be mistaken. I could be wrong. Um, so when you refer to your lender, you mean the person lending you for transactional funding, not necessarily like hard money. All right, let's get some more caller IDs. Phone numbers. Get some money in there. Excuse me. I'm only double closing. My lender provides the transactional funding 100%. He could put up the EMD and add it to the purchase price at closing. Cool. Very cool. And if you don't mind me asking, what is the fees for it? Is it like 1%, or is it like a flat fee for the funding? Let's get some more money in there. 2 to 3%, no upfront fees, of course. Yeah. Okay. Cool. And that's 2 to 3% of the spread of your margins, right? I feel like, yeah, well, that's the only way it's gonna work, right? No way they can take 2 to 3% of, yeah, anything else. Yes, yeah, yeah, dope. Where were those 3 deals? I know you said you were all over. Where were those 3 deals? And that makes sense that you're all over too, because yeah, if you're doing for sale by owner, you can just kind of scan the market. All right. Area code. Get 10 more of these jinx. Somerset, Texas, Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas, you need to tap in. Delta, Colorado. Where was the one in Houston? Never heard of Somerset. Texas. My guy. All right. All right, these. All right, here goes 10 more. I don't know if you're in here, Jared, but here they go. Here goes 10 more. Try to get some fresh IDs in there. First one, good. Love to see it. Second one, good. Really love to see it. Third one. I don't know if it's actually dialing you right now. It's kind of stuck on the screen, but I don't want to throw off the rhythm. There it goes. Wow, we're on a roll. Spam. I spoke too soon. That one's we've already tested. All right, let me go. Mess around. 4836 is good. 4835 is good. 4831 is good. 4843 is bad. 4843. Get ready. I can't find the file to give the direct location on the deal in Houston, but it was land zone commercial, made around 40K. Dang, that's what's up. Commercially. How'd you find the buyer on that one? Oh, definitely spoke too soon. That was weird. 4840 spam. 4833 spam. 4841. Good. 3 more. Let's go for 3 for 3 here. Good. Oh. Oh. Spam. One last one. 439, 432. Yeah, it's going super slow. Four, 8, 3, 2 spam. 4, 8, 3, 9. Good. Last one. Fingers crossed. 4, 2. Spam. All right. Not bad though, honestly. What was that? 1, 2, or 1? Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Half of them. It's not bad, honestly. 4842. Yeah, 5 new ones in there. Let's get all those back in. Oh no, you know what? I'm going to let's get just a couple more. I'm gonna make it 20 IDs in there. I do like this area code though. It's treating this right. I'm gonna get another 3 right now in hopes of one of them being good. Right. There it goes. Oops. Good. Let's go. 2 more. Spam. That's all right. Last one. That's cool. That's what I was looking for. 1 out of 3 is all right with me. Caller IDs 4858 bad and 4859 bad. All right. Got 20 good ones in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of them are fresh. All those in. I got 21 in there. Oh no, 20. What? Yeah, 20. 20 of them in there. I have land under contract right now at 1.1, 247 acres, no zoning restrictions. Still have to create property flyer, but I'm marketed at 1.5. See what happens. Woo! Those are big boy numbers right there. Is that one in Houston too? Those are some big boy numbers. See, the dog gives you trouble as well. All right, yeah, I'll hop on right now and see what's going on. Now that the IDs are certainly good. Let's see. Come over to the agent. This. Oh, okay, yeah, yeah, that makes sense, Jerry, that you're having issues. I guess land. I've never really called through land like that, but I would imagine that it's probably the contact rate's probably a little lower. Uh, I don't know though. I feel like batch specifically, like you were just mentioning the other day, to be quite honest, that their land records aren't the best compared to other platforms. Be right back. No, it's always good with new lists. Even getting voicemail on wrong numbers doesn't happen. It's like it's not really dialing. Yeah, okay. I know what you mean now. I guess. Well, I think I will know. This is what I'll do, Jared. If that starts happening and it feels like I don't know if it's, I'll go to recent calls and then I will filter results. Today's call only. It's just the little check box next to filter, and then I'll click filter. And sometimes it will just stop dialing for some reason, and you'll be able to tell because the last um, the last outbound call was like 10 minutes ago, and you've been sitting on the dialer for 10 minutes, and it will have just froze up. Um, it- you were just calling right now, though, huh? I mean, it looks like you were. Oh, it does look a little different, to be honest. Let's say contact me. Well, whatever. Let's hop in. Let's see what's going on. Let me hop in, and I was just gonna dial through the last vacants here. Hello.
Please leave your message for.
Well, it's dialing. It's dialing off two lines. Hmm. It's raining out here, which is kind of a drag. It's not really raining, it's sprinkling, which is honestly more annoying to me. Hmm. So I can see that it's going through the data, but I know what you mean. It looks like there was an update because this screen looks different. Call disposition. Oh, I'm tripping. That was me dialing you to test the IDs. First logged in, so I clicked yes. So there was an update. Yeah, okay. I wonder what that was. I wonder if I can go somewhere to figure it out. If you have any land zone for PUB or commercial, we should work together. I have a solid buyers list and have connection to get site plans made. Absolutely. I'm not familiar with PUD, but I will definitely keep you in mind for anything commercial that pops up. It's PUD. Planned unit development. Okay. So like full blown communities. Includes residential and commercial lots within one subdivision within a typical PUD or housing, residential, recreation, commercial, and industrial centers, popular because they include single family homes, condos, business parks, industrial. All right, yeah. That's something, yeah, okay. Includes residential and commercial lots within one subdivision. Hello? Hi, is this Miss No? Hello? Hey, Miss No?
Yes.
Hi, how's it going? This is Derek. Hey, can you hear me? Hi. No, it's a little random. I was giving you a call about a property I think you own on Magnolia Canyon. I'm sorry? Sound like she was scuba diving. But that is a CDL. That's something that we've entertained recently because we have started kind of marketing to land, and I've talked with a couple of realtors who have like exclusive relationships with some builders out there who are kind of, I think, sounds like doing similar things where they are putting up like like if I'm understanding PUDs correctly, like full communities where they're putting up like 10 plus townhomes all on the same, like kind of building the infrastructure is what it seems like, as opposed to just building a single family on a vacant lot of land, but rather like fully building out the infrastructure, running utilities, paving roads and stuff, and building like new streets of townhomes. But yeah, for sure. Like I said, definitely keeping you in mind. I don't know. I don't know if you follow me on Instagram or YouTube's so funny like that. I don't know why I can't just like why can't I don't know why you can't message people on YouTube. But I was just gonna say I don't know how else to tap in with you, but if you there's a couple links in the description of either this video or any of my other videos. There should be my Instagram link, as well as a Discord group that I have there where you can reach out to me. And the only reason I'm asking you to reach out to me is because I don't. Hello.
No.
Hey, Mr. Jones.
Uh-huh.
Hey, how's it going? This is Derek.
Who?
This is Derek. I know it's a little random here. I was giving you a call about a property I think you might own over on Heron Lane.
What about it?
I just wanted to connect with you real quick and wanted to see if you may be open to receiving an offer on that property there.
Do what now?
I just wanted to connect to see if you have an offer on that property there. Have you thought about selling that?
Offer? What you call?
I'm sorry?
What you mean? Who is offer?
Yeah, I was just curious to know if you've ever considered selling that property there.
Do I want to show it?
No, have you ever considered selling it? I'm just calling out of curiosity.
Well, did somebody told you about it?
No, we're just calling around in the neighborhood, seeing if anybody's giving some thought to possibly selling.
Well, I had several people looking at it, so I'm probably into this month. I don't know yet.
Okay, so you have given it some thought.
Well, I had got several guys want to buy it, and then one guy that said one thing. So I had a lady in Houston, she wanted, and the guy in Santa Fe wanted. Somebody I had several people calling me about it, but I don't know yet. So I know something pretty soon. I got to go over there and check something out before somebody called me a few minutes ago and said they was going to talk to their boss man or something. Just a few minutes ago.
Okay. Well,
I don't know whether you or not, was you the boss man or not.
No, I wish.
I don't know what's going on. There's so many people calling. One guy asked me just a while ago, he said, why you want to sell it? I said, why you ask that question? I don't have no sales sign out there.
Right. Let me ask, it sounds like you're getting a lot of inquiries here, and it sounds like you may, entertain some offers. But it sounds like something's kind of holding you back. Is there something specific?
No, everybody says something. They don't mean what they're saying. I know what's the whole deal on the whole stuff. But I know everybody they want to. I don't care what they do with it. When I say I'm gonna sell it, I'm selling it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, I'm not. They ask me silly questions.
Silly questions.
Guys, oh, I'm sorry. I said, reason I said, reason since you asked that question, since he asked that question, I said, you know why? I said because I had a pipe to bust during that freeze that time.
Yeah.
And I had a lady staying in there, And I had a house right across the street. And I told her so. The one said, I said, why don't you move that a long time ago? I said, why don't you move? Because I'm gonna. I got new cabinets in the bottom was the telemade cabinets. I was gonna put in. I was letting her stay in there for nothing. I wasn't making no money now. I'm just helping her out.
Yeah, yeah.
So I said, well, I'm not gonna put my cabinets until I do what I'm gonna do. So and then I said, she want to be there because she wasn't paying, I wasn't making no money.
Right.
I'm just letting her stay there for the less of little nothing.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and I said, for now, if I decided to keep it, then I'm gonna rent it out. I'm rent it out for a fair price because people can't afford all that big rent no more.
Sure.
And some people, and see, that's what people want to do. They want to rent it. They want to get it. They want to flip it over. What they do, that's their business. They want, okay. The real estate they wanted to put a sign on it one time. I said, no, I'm just taking it out. I'm not in no rush.
Right.
And I said, when I do ready to get ready to sell it, I'm gonna go and get rid of it. I don't have. Then one guy told me, said, well, you know what? I really like to have it, but would you finance it for me? Yeah, I said no. Once I said it, I don't want to. I don't want no part of it because I don't need them. I can't stand but one house. I'm 87 years old.
Okay.
Said, and I don't need no. I don't need but one house. My daughter's going in the hole every. So next year, if I live to see it, I'm not gonna be paying all these taxes. I
Right.
don't need it, and that's one reason. Now, now I done found out my niece having problems. Now, and I said, I talked to her. If it's come to push, I might go and put that pipe and let her take it out because she having a hard time.
Yeah.
So what I'm trying to see, that's what I'm talking about. It can be rented out. It ain't no rundown property.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
can easily get rid of it in no time. I could get rid of it in no time.
Yeah.
Ain't no problem.
Yeah, and
It's
that's
just
what
me holding off.
yeah, and that's why I wanted to ask if there was something specific holding you back because
No,
like
it's the want to hold it off. I ain't got I don't I ain't got no problem getting rid of it. No, mm-mm.
right,
I
right.
just say I'm just I told them I wasn't gonna be do that because I'm having trouble with my eyes a little bit, and I said guys want to come look. One guy, young man, and somebody he said, well, I want to come and look at it. I said I definitely want the property. I definitely want it. He said I need to talk to you. I want that property. I want it. He said I got plenty of property around there, and I said I want it. I want it. I said, so they waiting on me. They waiting on me. And the lady in Houston come couple about 3 weeks ago, and she called me the other day, and she said, well, I want it. Okay, now this guy, other guy, said he got a balls behind it. I didn't know that till I talked to him a week ago. He waiting on me till I give him the okay on it
Yeah,
because we
yeah.
had made some deals with. He said, now my boss said I had told him what I was gonna do. I was gonna pay the tax and he was gonna pay all the other stuff.
Right.
So, and he said, now he'll tell me that stuff, and then they'll switch gears on you and they want to take that out on me. See, I'm gonna say one price. I tell everybody. One guy told me, said, well, I want to see it. I want to see it, and I ain't gonna back up on the contract. They tell you that stuff, but it ain't true. I
Right.
said, I already know what's going on.
Yeah, you
So
sound
you
like
can't tell me that I bought 4 houses. One guy said, well, you don't have to give much. I said, no, you got to survey. Ain't nobody gonna buy no property like that, man. You should come tell me all this kind of stuff. I already know.
yeah, exactly. You sound like
I could
you're a
I could easily get I could easily get rid of it.
yeah, you sound like a
Ain't no
wise
problem.
man. Have these people made you
Oh
any
yeah,
offers?
they trying to pull my leg. They think I don't know, but I already know what's going on.
You already know. Sounds like it. I'm
Ain't
telling
nobody
you.
can touch fool me about no investors and stuff. Cause ain't much the banks down there on Palmer Highway. It's not no bank now. It's an investment company now.
Right, right.
They all in what to investors now. They're all investors. Real estate is almost you don't see too much real estate. It's investors now.
Uh-huh.
Investors in it's a guy in New York, in New Orleans, in Port Arthur. Oh man, I had so many people call me. It's unreal.
Have any of these people made you
So
offers?
oh, yeah, everybody can make an offer, but they ain't gonna stick to it because they feel like then they gonna back. They not they'll make they'll say that, and then when they cut that, then they gonna say, well, such thing, and I tell them I say you look at it and then you make sure that you be happy Cause I ain't trying to throw nothing on nobody.
Right.
You look, if you feel like you don't want it, you walk away from it. Cause
Right.
I ain't got no sign out there. Now, if I had a sign out there and I really need to get rid of it, then I got to go with what they say to do. But I don't have to.
Right. Right. Well, then I'll tell you
That's
what, like you're kind of mentioning, it doesn't sound like, today would be the day where we're going to come to an agreement anyway. So if you don't mind, I'd like to take your name and number down and give you a ring maybe in a month or so and just kind of reconnect, see where things are at with you and maybe reconnect when the time is right.
Well, but like I said, I'm just waiting. I'm gonna see what my granddaughter, what my niece gonna do between now and next week. If if we don't make no agreement, I'm gonna fix that pipe and fix it. Okay, the sheetrock busted inside of the garage. Okay,
Okay.
I can have my carpenter fix that sheetrock. Do what I've got to do. I ain't went in the house and see. Okay, then my niece had bought a house in Port Arthur. She done made a mistake too because she having a problem, problem with her legs, and
Mm.
so now she bought a house and she want to move because she can't get the same benefits in gas she get in Port Arthur. Now she want to move back this way now.
Mm.
So, but my niece, we talking now. She processes coming this way. She coming this way. She already coming this way right now.
Uh-huh.
So, so if I don't do that, I'll let her take the house. Ain't no problem.
Mm-hmm.
Cause and my carpenter can put that. I got to go in and look and see what happened. So she could. Her daughter went over and looked at it. And they complained, said some. They seen some. So they said some. Oh, it was some this and that. So everybody went in there ain't said nothing. They the only one said something. So I was gonna go there looking for. I'd go say anything because
Yeah.
I don't leave nobody home.
Yeah.
Because I know it wasn't what I seen. It wasn't. And I had many people go in there and they said nothing.
Yeah.
So I was gonna let my carpenter go in there and put that down in. Then I was gonna get standard premium and come in there, either take the carpet up and then and just go on and put the cabinets in there and go on and rent it out.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I was gonna do.
Yeah.
And I was gonna charge her a fair price and let her help her out, and that's what I would do. I
Yeah.
keep my property. That's the next thing I'm gonna do.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I don't sit now, if I can't make no, well, because she need a place to stay now, because her and her husband breaking up, so she ain't got nowhere to go. Now they having a, so I got my other niece, and she's staying in my house. I'm not making no money here, so I got one right around the corner. So I'm just losing all the way around.
Uh-huh.
Nothing coming in. I'm paying every month. I'm paying for 5 houses, but paying for lights, water, gas, and everything.
Right.
So I'm supposed to see what I'm gonna do this month. This is the month I'm supposed to do what I'm gonna do.
Okay. Okay.
This is the last year that I'm gonna be paying any. I got $10,000 sitting on my table right now to pay
Okay.
taxes, and I got to pay that for end of this month. This is the month I got to pay them right now.
Right.
Because I'm not next year. If I live to see it, I'm not looking for to pay that. No, I'm not doing it no more.
Give you
I
that
have
time to
somewhere to
connect
do,
with your
but
niece and
no, I'm not gonna do it. I get rid of it.
right.
That's where it comes. Yeah, and I ain't putting off on nobody. See, one guy said he was gonna put a leg on. He said, "Well, I'll tell you what. I want the house, but I tell you what, I can sell it to somebody. You can make some. You can make some money." I said, "No, I don't want to have. I don't want to finance nothing." I said, when I get through, when I get, I want to get just be through. I don't want my age. I don't need all this property. And I learned the hard way. I tried to look out for them, and they don't seem like they want nothing. So I ain't gonna sit up there and just no.
So you're
And that's
looking to
true.
cash out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you have
So,
a number in mind?
uh,
Did you have a number in mind you'd be hoping to get for it?
we had set for 90,000.
90?
And then okay, and then I tell you the other guy. Then the guy I've been talking to, he said my boss. I found out so he told me he said now I'll give you 82, going by what he said now. 82 as is.
Right.
I'm gonna pay for everything in 82. Right across the board. I said, okay. I had to think that over. Now, then another guy told me, saying, I told him about the same thing. He said, no, that's not true, because he still can be still on that contract down in the writing. That's not true. That's what the guy told me. Another guy
Hmm.
told me the same. He told me exactly what I'm telling you.
Yeah, yeah,
He says in your contract. He can tell me that in his mouth, but that don't mean nothing.
yeah,
He
yeah.
can back
Exactly,
out in within 5 to 10 days. Back out.
exactly.
Okay, who gonna pay? Who now? Who if you go to when you go to the tire company, who gonna pay for all this stuff? Who gonna pay for that, huh? Hmm?
You asking me? Because we'll handle the closing costs.
Huh?
If you're asking me, that's something that we do. Definitely, we'll handle the closing costs. We have a good relationship with our title company, and that's something that we
Yeah,
can
but
handle.
if you fight, but you gonna keep on back, and then you gonna say if you decide you don't want, you gonna keep on going there because you gonna go in a clutch, and you gonna say, well, now if that guy need that sell it real bad, he gonna make up his mind. So, oh,
Yeah,
just do
well,
it. I'm gonna go on and get it.
yeah, I'll tell
Now
you. I'll
I
tell
know
you
the
what,
game.
Mister. I'll tell you what, Mister Jones. You sound like a smart guy. You clearly talked
Yeah,
with
I
a
know
lot
that
of
they learned
people.
me something. He
You,
must have banked.
uh,
You know what I learned on the bank?
I'm sorry.
Every $1,000 they make $3,000.
I'm sorry.
Huh?
What did you say?
I know what I'm talking about. They done learn me some stuff. And then they got to make money. You know, I had money in the bank, and I looked around, and when I had money, I may have had money in the bank for paying tax, and I looked around, that money ate up, and I owe them, I didn't overdraw.
Right,
I
right.
had two banks. So I know what I'm talking about. I ain't not running no game. So I
Absolutely,
already know what's going on. So I'm
absolutely.
not trying to say nothing smart or nothing,
No,
but I'm
no.
not. Everybody's trying to make money. You got to make money. You can't sit up there and just give you. You can't put your money down and expect not to make nothing.
Exactly,
You never stay in business.
exactly. And we would only ever entertain something if it's gonna
Okay,
make
but
sense
you
for
can
you
talk
too.
to me with you can talk to me anytime. I'm free to talk. I don't wait nowhere. I didn't retire. I don't wait for nobody. Uh, That's somebody trying to get me right now.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
I'll
Okay then.
I'll let you
You
go
can
then.
call me.
I appreciate
All
it.
right
Have a
then.
good one.
All right then.
Yeesh. What was he talking about? So I don't like to be rude, but I was this close to just clicking, hanging up on the guy. He wouldn't let me get a word in. I was trying to let him off, but then he would say that's my problem too. It's like then he says something, and then I want to like butt in and like set myself apart from all these other people who are calling him, but he just didn't allow me that opportunity. So um, I'm not gonna put him in the system. Talk a whole lot about nothing. Exactly. He talked a whole lot about how motivated he is, and then he's not. I don't even know what he was saying. Honestly, you're right. He talked a whole lot about absolutely nothing. Wasting my time. I'm just gonna say he's not interested. I don't know. The guy owns 3 properties. I was looking all this up. He says the pipes busted. The tenant's in there. She's living in a place that's busted, and then he says that it doesn't need a lot of work. And then he says that he can just go in there and fix it. And then he says it needs cabinets. And then he says uh, it might go to his niece, and that he can't handle the taxes, and he wants to get rid of it, and he'll know within the month. And he has people calling and making him offers. Um, he doesn't want to finance it. He wants cash. He wants 90. The guy offered him 82, which is crazy high in my opinion. The estimate on this is 124. Even if ARVs pushed upwards like 140, with the work that he was saying that it needs, I'd imagine it's going to need a little bit more than that as well. The guys owned it for 20, 23, 24 years. Um, so again, off rip, place is 1,000 square feet. Yeah, we're looking at more like 50 grand. I think he just has his guard up. Too typical old guy. Yeah, exactly. He's just like old, stubborn, and too smart for his own good. he's allowing, you know what I mean? He's allowing all of that to cloud his judgment and just like make sound decisions. Like I get it. Yeah, people like you know what you're talking about, but then like now what? Let's make something happen. Jumping on late. What's up, Derek? What's going on, Jose? We would need to be at 30K or lot value. Huh? Yeah, no, exactly. Exactly. I, probably, especially if there is some new construction going on in the area. But well, shoot, I don't know. Batch has the estimated at 183, which I tend to find a little bit closer to the ARV. Um, it is always higher than what I have ARV calculated at Batch, but it's typically closer to ARV than his estimate is. So let's say if it was like 170, he's just not gonna. I'm not even gonna spend time looking at these numbers. He's not interested. He's not. Somebody's already made him an offer and he hasn't accepted. 82 is a good offer, but he didn't accept it because he thought that they were setting him up. Like the guy's just, yeah, overly defensive. He's at CDL type. Where did you learn option strategy? You still in your CDL? Jose, jumping on late. What's up? Uh, Nothing's up, really. I haven't said it yet, but we just closed the biggest deal to date and got paid on it yesterday. So it's the mailbox is full, and breath of fresh air right now. To be quite honest, it was a long time coming. Contracted it the 1st of October. Was at hand with the nephew that was squatting in the property, refused to leave, wouldn't accept our help in terms of cash for keys. We helped the seller, which is his aunt, go through the eviction process. Came out of pocket, hired some specialists in the area to handle that and facilitate the eviction. Notices were served, gave him the proper amount of time, served the 30 days, served the 3-day notice to vacate, uh, filed it with the courts, got a court date, went to court, got a judge's ruling that was in favor of the seller. And the day before the hearing happened, actually, the nephew up and left willingly, which was also nice. His aunt ended up getting him a U-Haul, which was all stuff that we previously offered him. Um, but yeah, he up and left. And not only did he leave, but he swept the place clean, which was a huge surprise. We figured he was going to leave all types of stuff in there. But he up and left October, and I got it assigned and EMD in by the 6th of October, less than a week after. And uh, then we started dealing with all this nephew stuff. It sounds like it's going to be a home run for the buyer as well. Um, so she was patiently waiting since October 6th and finally closed on it yesterday. Everybody signed on Wednesday. Oh, I need to call the seller. Everybody signed on Wednesday, and everybody got paid yesterday. So that was cool. Long time coming. A lot more that goes into that deal there. Maybe I'll do a separate video that just like strictly breaks down that one deal. But it was that's the Cliff Note version right there. But locked it up for 70, assigned it for 110, split the assignment with Jared there. Each took down 20. First of the year. Trying to do 10 more this year. I learned about it from reading Real Estate Practice Book. Well, the dialer seems like it was doing all right. Um, What's today? The third. Voicemail. Yeah, yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, I see a big jump right there. I think I think that's what happened. Jared was something. I can see the jump. I don't know if there was any pause by you, but I see that yeah, the jumps from 6:37 to 6:51, nothing happened, and then from 7:02 to 7:26, nothing happened. I don't know if you had paused at all, but I just think we need to get more data in there. To be quite honest. Awesome, congrats, bro. Glad you're still in the trenches. Thanks, Jose. I'm in the yep, very familiar. My fiance's well, aside from my fiance's sister, little sister, went to Fresno State with her husband, now husband. Uh, I've been in and out of Fresno a couple times. 559. Know a couple people stayed out there who I met at school out here in San Jose. Deal. Thanks for sharing. I'll check that book out. Yes, sir. Thank you, CDL. Um, I wanted to call. Let me call the seller real quick. Just kind of sign off with her, give her my farewell, thank her, let her know I appreciate her patience and her participation in all of this. Make sure she got paid too.
I'm sorry.
She usually calls me back in like 60 seconds, literally. So I'm expecting her phone call. Um, what did I want to do? I wanted to request the new code violations for last month. That's what I wanted to do. The dialer is free, Jared, from Batch here. So I just kind of go in there and I copy and paste my request every month, and they tend to get it back to me in like 24 hours. Last time it took like a week, but I think it was because it was the holidays. I was requesting the month of December, early January, and they didn't get it to me until like January 7th or something like that. But I just come in here, I say, hello. Only requesting all code violations on file from the month of January 2023 when they become available. Thank you in advance. All the best, Derek. Preferred method, electronic. I agree. I agree. Jesus. Captcha. So with you, Jose, though, I don't, I remember when I was streaming a little bit more frequently, you kind of hopped in, joined in on the tail end of things. I can't remember if you are, if you've taken the leap, if you're actually in the trenches yourself. Are you doing some wholesaling? Are you up in the real estate game down there in Fresno? All right. Code violations requested. That was one thing I wanted to do today. Oh, and then I wanted to. You had some properties in here that you needed me to comp. I wanted to go through those, comp some properties. Yeah, here we go. All right, this woman. I remember talking to her recently. She was kind of short with me. She, although I would tend to disagree. It is a bigger lot compared to the neighbors. I can see that much. A little over 10,000 square feet. But if the property looks anything like it looks on Google Maps, like a halfway decent property, I guess two bedrooms, one bath is. Let's just take a look. Because his estimate is 336,000. She was saying, if I recall correctly, how it was assessed, and the land itself was assessed at like 300 plus, and the house itself on top was getting taxed at like 15 grand or something like that. So that's why she is led to believe that the value is in the land. Uh, I said I would take a look. She think look at the area. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna stop, jump to conclusions. Home is being sold as is, lot value only. Okay. Oh, okay. She may be right. She may be right. Uh, Not only new construction, but custom homes. Let me see exactly where this is at. All right, let's see. Sold. Let me see. Sold in the last 6 months. Houses that were built in 2020. Hey, Derek, how do you work your code violation list if you don't mind sharing? I just, after digging and digging, was able to find the online portal for the Department of Neighborhoods, I believe what it's called, and Houston specifically has an online request portal where you can go on there and you just submit a request. I'd imagine it's different for everybody. I know some cities or counties, people talk about having to go in person, or calling people or whatever. I just came across this after some researching and digging to find that it's a lot easier in Houston. You just got to know where to go. And it's just as simple as me doing what I just did, sending them a request saying, hey, can I get the code violations for last month? And they send me through an Excel file, which is even nicer because it's like very easy to sort through. It's a little tedious because I do have to clean it. It comes with everything, um, not just single families or the stuff that we're kind of marketing to. It comes with like everything. So I'll go through and I'll remove the ones that are the ones that were purchased within the last like couple of years, or the ones that are currently listed on market, or the ones that were built you know within the last 5 to 10 years, or whatever the case may be. Just trying to narrow down the large list that they give me. and it's like they'll give you a one property and it'll be listed like 6 times in a row because they've violated like 6 different codes. Um, so you got to remove duplicates, all that type of stuff. Check my website for my contact. I don't use Instagram. Do you work anywhere else or just Texas? Just Houston for the time being. What's your website? If you don't mind dropping it in here, or if you want to, yeah. I mean, again, it's so difficult to like connect on YouTube. But yeah, if you don't mind dropping it, I can definitely snatch your contact information and save it for the future. All right. She's on. All right. 1.25 million. That's a fat house. 1.2 800, I believe, is a little bit, 999. If I bring it back to a year built 2021, still sold within the last 6 months, to see if that gives me any more. Nope. All right. There's 6 here in this little nook. You cold call them? Uh, Cold call who? The code violation list. Yeah, we'll cold call through that list. Yes. Let me see. Let me check lot dimensions here. Mm-hmm. 10,000 square foot lot with, that's bizarre looking. Like, it's like 65 feet of frontage. About. Uh, 160-ish deep. Pretty sure this is out of. This is out. Appraised at 343,000 last year. I'm looking to build a team. I have a funder and buyers, but I'm doing both acquisitions and dispositions. I feel that. What do you think you'd be looking to outsource first, hire for? So let's take a look at this one first because this one sold for 1.2, or at least it was listed at 1,000 square feet. That doesn't make any sense. This house is huge. Newly built homes, yeah, it's more than one house. Maybe not. It says 5,000 square feet. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. It's on the corner. Sold back in August. 1 days. Bad. 4 beds, 4.5 baths, 3,600 square. All I'm really concerned about is the lot. Built in 2022. Lot is 5,000 square feet. It's based on what it's showing me. Showing me it should be more like 6,000 square feet, but 43 foot of frontage, 138 feet deep. That would definitely support something on 43 by 138. Sorry, I know my connection's probably poor. I'm doing a lot of stuff. I had a bunch of tabs open, and it keeps telling me that my connection's unstable here on YouTube. So I apologize if it's freezing or skipping or anything like that. Let me see what else. This one sold more recently. Listed for this one. I think I've seen before. Yeah, Marina Group. 173. Nine feet of frontage. All right, and then this is what's interesting to me are these townhomes that are selling for around, well, not townhomes, they're single families, but they're like spec builds as opposed to custom homes. And these are side by side, kind of sitting directly next to each other, which may allow. It says that, yeah, the lot size difference. Let me see what's going on with these though. It's always frustrating. On it. Just not wide enough. Plus, like I said, it's like a little like it kind of bends a little bit as the lot deepens. So, if you wanted to build straight houses, you may run into an issue there. So it's definitely just kind of a. I'm not gonna bother looking at those single family type play. And is selling for on market. No land. That doesn't make sense. $225. Next, side by side. Three lots. Side, 3 lots. Oh, I think I remember this one too, man. 3 lots. These are sold back in February. 3 lots side by side, each sold for $225, cleared and vacant. See what the listing says. All utilities available. Designs are ready. $4,000 square feet.
This is Myrtle.
Hey Myrtle, this is Derek. How's it going?
Oh, hi. It's going good.
Good. I know we
I was,
go on. I'm sorry.
no, I said I was driving at the time, so I was real close to home and waited to call you back.
Oh yeah. No worries. I just wanted to reconnect. I know we hadn't talked in a couple of days, and everybody seemed to be scrambling. So I kind of just let everybody do their thing. But I definitely wanted to reconnect and make sure that everything was you were able to finalize everything with the title company.
I was.
Okay.
And they sent my money. It arrived yesterday.
Very
at the bank.
Very good. Perfect. Well, I just wanted to kind of call and thank you for your vote of confidence in us and allowing us to help you out, and
Okay.
as well as your patience and your participation in everything that was going on.
It's more your patience. Or
No. Again, I just wanted to connect and express my appreciation for you. And if anything, you ever need anything else real estate related, go ahead and I know I was telling you I'm having issues with my other phone, but this is my personal line here, so feel free to save this
Okay.
number. And yeah, if you anything else real estate related, anything that else that we can help out with, please let me know. We do. I don't know if you happen to know anybody else or any family or friends that may be interested in selling themselves, but we do have a referral, $2,000 for a referral. So just something to keep in mind.
Oh, okay. I will.
All right. Anything before I let you go?
No.
Okay.
I appreciate all your help.
Absolutely. Again, I appreciate you, and I wish you the best of luck. I'm hoping that this is allowing you to kind of turn a new leaf and move forward.
Okay. Thanks a lot.
Okay. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye now. Just wanted to have that kind of final conversation there. Maybe the last time I ever talked to her, who knows? But definitely wanted to sign off on a positive note. She got paid, money in the bank. Always nice to hear. That's pretty humbling. Truly, why I'm doing this, why everybody who does this should be doing this, is to add value and make sure that people's problems get solved. So she got her. And I don't say this to cast judgment by any means or any stretch of the imagination, because um, I know how substance abuse can affect people's lives. But her nephew and the nephew's ex-wife that was staying there and squatting in the property were users, and um, it was clear. It was, just based on the type of conversations and his attitude and demeanor, and uh, yeah, it's detrimental to not only them, the people who are doing that, but to the family. You know what I mean? He was living rent. He lived in the property rent free for like close to 5 years, and then when it came time for his aunt, who gave him a roof over his head, uh, to sell because she was in a financial situation where she had credit card debt and she had a mortgage that she wanted to pay off, and she had somewhere to move. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, I need to do this for myself, and this is my property. And then he refused to leave. So, it was a tough spot for her, and I'm again glad that we were able to kind of step in and help facilitate that. And that's why she was kind of turning it back on me. She was like, "No, like I appreciate your patience, um, because it wasn't an easy feat. I'll tell you that. Like I said, we got another contract 10-1 and only closed yesterday. So, um, what was that? It's like just about exactly 4 months. Roxy, that's what's up. She got paid. You helped her out. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. She said the money hit the bank. Always nice to hear. Uh, 33 feet wide by 119 by about 110 feet deep. 33 by 110. What's this one? 65 by 160. Okay. And this one sold for what? 225. Woo! Love to hear it. That was about a year ago, though. Honestly, glad she didn't. The whole process. She didn't during the whole process. I was kind of with the whole time. Yeah, she was very patient. Very, very patient. She instilled her trust in us right from the onset and never questioned us, not once. She didn't die. Oh yeah, she is elderly. That's for sure. She's though. She knows what's going on. Yeah, I don't know what to think of this one. I guess it is a teardown. Yeah, I know what they're going for. There's no point really looking at the lot value because I know what people are buying it. 1.18973. So if you wanted to do something custom, this one is south of. This one's out in Spring Branch, south of Long Point, but I can't remember if south of Long Point or south of Westview is where the custom homes really started to take off. I think it was south of Westview, because we had a property locked up out here, and um, the builders that I was speaking with on it, they gave me some feedback, and they were like, "Oh no, it has to be south of this." And then once a couple people were telling me that, I realized like, oh yeah, anything south of this road is going for a million plus, and everything north of this is like sitting around the 750, 800 range. But I want to see. Seeing all my posts here, but this Um, s- south of Westview. South of Westview. What did I say this one was? South of. Yeah, it's not south of Westview. So I know that now, and it's still okay, but it's not going to be able to fetch. Well, I mean, this one did. You just got to find somebody who builds. Yeah, here's something north of Westview right here. What? 2.6 milli. How come I didn't see this one before? 2.6 milli on a much bigger lot. But let me mess around. But I mean, regardless, I'm looking at all this stuff sold within the year built. Let me go back to like 2021 and recently 2021 to current. Yeah, these ones draw around here. 0.24, 1.2, 1.1, 999. No, they're going for $1 million. Let's just call it a mil flat. She's still not going to get what she wants. I don't think we're going to be at. It'll have to be like 100 grand. For significantly less, actually, like almost 100 grand less, 1.18. Minus tear down, demo costs, getting it build ready. 150 is probably like the highest we'd be able to go. She didn't specifically say, but she said she's getting taxed at 300K. Probably get this off close to like 180 ish. Sounds like my type of deal. It really does, CDL. I don't know. Yeah, do you work with like single family builders like that? Yeah, because this is like the nice area here. Uh, Luxury homes, not like luxury, but custom homes intertwined with. That's what I'm gonna say. Construction. What did I say that other lot sold for? 250, 225. That makes sense. That one was cleared, utilities, plans approved, build ready, on market. So yeah, 225, half the amount of frontage. But you know what? It may have been 225 for all three lots. Lot square footage 300 square. That doesn't tell me anything. Let me pull up another address and see if it gives me the same information. 225. So it says it was sold at the same price. I'm just starting to think that it was more of a just call new construction ARV a cool 1 milli just to play it safe. That'll allow us to both attract some custom builders, but safe enough where a spec builder may see about a month and a half ago. So yeah, I think MAO is 150. What I said, one. In this area though, they probably are going a little closer to 20%. I wouldn't be surprised actually. I did buyer offers at like 70 to 200, 170 conservative. Jared, if you're on here too, I don't know if you had seen that I'd comped this one too. The guy you connected with out in Texas City, that one's good to go. If you wanted to give him a call back. You talked with her this morning. She said, "You don't know what I would give to live in an apartment, but her son hasn't taken her to this property. Uh, Seems like they don't want to take her. Her sister has a property she wants to get rid of. The house is falling." That's funny. Her sister's last name is the first name of the guy that I talked with a little bit ago who went on that rant. Has owned for 20 years. The house has flooded a few times. It would be a teardown. About a half acre out in Conroe. It's okay. Not a half acre, 0.35 acres. Son's wanting her to get rid of it. Seems like there's an easement. Whoa, you have to go on a dirt road to get to it. No comparable sales in the last 2 years. Let me know what you think of this one. Probably not interested, but told her I would get back to her either later today or tomorrow. Let's take a look. What's up with her property though? She's talking about wanting to get into an apartment and stuff. I'm not really understanding either why. Yep. It's another one that sounds up your alley here, CDO. One back in 2021. Zillow's, yeah, 0.72 acres. see what you mean with the easement. Very interesting looking. A couple other ones right on the other side as well. These are homes though. 629, 692, 689, 679. No way that lot sells for about 474. 70. Doesn't match what she's saying. Regina has owned it for 20 years and the information is a little different. So I'm thinking I may be looking at the wrong property. So I'm going to hold off until we can get some more information about that. I'm going to take note of that though. I'll say this address is listed under Jerry. Move this one back over into the lead follow-ups. I'm saying, let me take another look. It's a duplex. She's asking 150. I don't think that's reasonable. I think it's high. Needs up. Cash offer would have to be at like 70. This is the one that I was saying seller finance option may work if she does own free and clear. We would just need to get some more information about the rent rolls and stuff. And like because I'm just gonna say all this. Need to find out more details about the duplex, specifically individual units. how many beds per unit, square footage per unit, rent per unit, current lease situation, and when expire. Or on condition. Look at it, it seems like we would meet it well under 100K for a cash offer, but if she owns free and clear and willing to seller finance, I think that would make the most sense. I was playing with this when I looked at it first time. Flyers for this land right now. Hopefully I can move it. Best of luck to you. It's one of those properties where it's outside the major city but has a lot of potential. Right. Like where your pool of buyers is probably dwindles a little bit, but if you find the right person, it'll be a home run. 150, but say that we can pay her over time. Say we'll put five down at a 3% interest. This is just me spitballing. 3% interest rate. We can get a balloon on year 7, amortized over 30 years. Pay her, $611 a month. She'd end up making 173 after all is said and done, but paying her $600 a month and collecting probably upwards of more like $1,600 if we can get in there and have a buyer rehab the place. If she's already collecting $1,400 total, I don't see why, if it's in rental condition, I don't see why she couldn't, or a buyer couldn't fetch a couple hundred more bucks each unit, even if you went in there and completely rehabbed the place. So, I mean, this would work for a seller finance, I think, but anything else, I just don't think it makes sense. Even if she wanted like a higher interest rate or whatever. I remember this seller though. She's an interesting woman. All right, I need to eat something. Eat a little bit, drink a little bit. We did obtain the mortgage payoff. We did clear title. We did confirm the closing date, and we did confirm, and everybody got paid. She's happy and eager for more. Spoke with seller, her appreciation, and let her know about the referral program, and she seemed boom. That feels good. All right, y'all. I'm gonna go eat something. I haven't eaten anything all day. CDL, best of luck to you. Best of luck to you. Let me know how that goes. I'll probably be back on here in a little bit after lunch. Maybe not, to be quite honest. I might get back to work and just not stream it. There's not much. Well, depends on if I'm making phone calls. I know this wasn't the most interactive and interesting live stream, but just wanted to hop on here whenever I can, document what it is that I'm doing. And like I said, I know it wasn't as interesting because you're not seeing what I'm doing on the computer, but still felt like I got a good amount done within the last couple hours. Cool, I got you. All right, CDO. Link up on the next one. Appreciate everybody.